Did you know that over 7 million Canadians aged 65 and older are about to be hit by a wave of new laws in 2026, some that could boost their income, but others that might quietly take away rights, benefits, or even driving privileges? It's not just policy on paper. It's real change that could directly impact your daily life, independence, and financial future. From tighter license renewal rules to unexpected shifts in CPP payments, tax brackets, and healthcare access, many seniors are waking up to a system that's changing faster than they realize. And while some updates sound helpful on the surface, others carry hidden catches that could cost you more than you think. In this video, we break down 10 major 2026 Canadian laws you need to know. Some might surprise you, others may worry you, but all of them will prepare you. So, are you ready? Number 1. Higher CPP payments. Starting in January 2026, seniors receiving the Canada Pension Plan, CPP, will see a noticeable increase in their monthly payments. This isn't just a routine adjustment. It's a result of a permanent enhancement to how CPP is calculated, especially for those who've contributed more during their working years. The federal government has introduced an inflation-linked boost that ensures CPP keeps pace with the rising cost of living, something many fixed-income retirees have been struggling with for years. This change is part of the second phase of CPP enhancement, aimed at providing greater financial security in retirement. It's designed to benefit both current retirees and future ones, though the full effect will vary based on individual contribution history. For example, someone who contributed to CPP steadily for over 30 years may see a more significant monthly increase than someone with intermittent work or lower earnings. What's most important is that these changes are automatic. There's no need to reapply or fill out forms to receive the increase. But here's where you need to pay attention. The boost is tied to higher contribution rates during your working years, so younger retirees or those planning to retire soon may see smaller gains than expected. It's critical to check your My Service Canada account to view your updated payment schedule. And if you're budgeting for 2026, factor in the new amount carefully. It may open opportunities to stretch your money further or finally tackle lingering expenses. Still, remember that while CPP is increasing, it may also impact tax liabilities, so speak with a financial advisor to ensure you're maximizing every dollar without unintended consequences. Number 2. Stricter senior driving rules. In 2026, seniors across Canada will face stricter rules when it comes to renewing their driver's licenses, and this change is already raising concerns. For those aged 70 and older, the process will no longer be as simple as mailing in a renewal form. Instead, provinces are implementing mandatory in-person assessments, including vision tests, medical clearances, and in some cases, even cognitive screenings. The goal, officials say, is to improve road safety, but many seniors feel this could unfairly target them and threaten their independence. The rules will vary slightly depending on your province, but the overall trend is clear: more hoops to jump through to stay behind the wheel. Seniors may now be required to visit their doctors regularly to confirm they're still fit to drive. Some areas will also introduce refresher driving courses for older adults, which, although well-intentioned, may add unexpected time, stress, and cost to the renewal process. If you rely on driving for essential errands, medical appointments, or social visits, these new steps could create real disruptions in your daily routine. What can you do? The best way to stay ahead is to schedule your medical appointments early and ask your doctor to keep updated records of your health, vision, and medication. It's also wise to practice your driving skills and stay current with road rules, especially if you live in a high-traffic area. While these changes might feel like a hassle, the consequences of not meeting the new standards could mean losing your license altogether. And for many seniors, that loss can be deeply isolating. By preparing now, you can meet the new requirements with confidence and continue enjoying your freedom, safely and legally. Number 3. Retirement age under review. One of the most talked about changes heading into 2026 is the growing pressure to rethink Canada's retirement age. While the official age to start collecting old age security, OAS, remains at 65, there are active discussions among policymakers and economists about raising the retirement age in the coming years. The reason? Canada's aging population is growing faster than ever, putting significant strain on pension systems and government resources. Some experts argue that increasing the retirement age to 67 or even 68 could help keep the system sustainable. But for many seniors, this idea feels like a threat to hard-earned benefits. Although no formal legislation has passed yet, the writing is on the wall. In 2026, changes in how early retirement affect your pension are likely to come into sharper focus. For example, choosing to retire at 60 or 61 could lead to much steeper reductions in CPP and OAS payments than in previous years. On the flip side, those who delay retirement past 65 may be rewarded with higher monthly payouts, offering an incentive to work longer. This shift could make a big difference in long-term financial planning, especially for those already on the edge of retirement. So what does this mean for you? If you're nearing retirement, now is the time to review your pension plan and speak with a financial advisor. You may need to rethink your retirement timeline or explore part-time work options to bridge the gap. Even if the official retirement age hasn't changed yet, the economic forces and political conversations happening in 2026 are pushing in that direction. Waiting too long to plan could mean less income and more stress down the road. Don't get caught off guard. Understand your options while you still have time to adjust. Number 4. New protections against elder abuse. In 2026, Canada is taking a bold step toward protecting seniors with proposed legal changes targeting elder abuse, especially in the form of psychological and financial manipulation. One of the most significant developments is the push to criminalize coercive control, a subtle but deeply damaging form of abuse where someone uses threats, isolation, or financial pressure to dominate an older adult. For many seniors, this abuse happens silently, often at the hands of family members or caregivers, and until now, it's been difficult to prove or prosecute. The proposed legislation aims to give law enforcement and the justice system clearer tools to recognize and act on these forms of non-physical abuse. This means that seniors who are being manipulated into changing wills, handing over banking access, or cutting ties with friends and family could finally have legal protection and support. It also opens the door for more proactive intervention by social workers, healthcare providers, and community advocates who often see the signs before anyone else does. While the law hasn't passed nationwide yet, several provinces are already considering pilot programs and amendments. So what can seniors and their families do right now? First, it's crucial to learn the warning signs of coercive control and financial manipulation. If you feel pressured, isolated, or forced into decisions that don't feel right, speak to someone you trust, a doctor, a lawyer, or a senior support line. Keeping personal records, securing important documents, and maintaining control of your own finances are practical ways to protect yourself. This legal shift signals a major cultural change, that emotional and financial abuse are just as serious as physical harm. Being informed now means you'll be ready to stand up for your rights when these laws take effect. Number 5. Changes to senior income tax rules. One of the quieter but most impactful changes for seniors in 2026 is the adjustment to federal income tax brackets, which could affect how much tax you pay on retirement income. While these changes are meant to reflect inflation and modernize the tax system, they could unexpectedly push some seniors into higher tax brackets, especially those drawing from multiple income sources like CPP, OAS, private pensions, and investment income. If you're not paying attention, you might end up owing more at tax time, even if your lifestyle hasn't changed at all. What's especially tricky is that the increase in CPP payments and potential boost to OAS or GIS can make your total annual income appear higher on paper. This could affect not just your income taxes, but also your eligibility for income-tested benefits like the Guaranteed Income Supplement. For seniors living on a tight budget, even a slight change in taxation or benefit eligibility can throw off financial plans. Additionally, seniors who are still working part-time or receiving rental or dividend income may feel the impact more directly, as these streams could combine to tip them into a new tax threshold. To stay ahead of these changes, it's essential to review your income sources and tax obligations early in the year. Consulting a tax advisor who understands senior benefits can help you create a plan to reduce your taxable income through strategies like pension splitting, registered account withdrawals, or charitable donations. It's also a good idea to revisit how you file. Some seniors may now benefit more from filing jointly with a spouse, while others might need to adjust deductions or credits. Tax laws might seem boring, but in 2026, they could make the difference between a secure retirement and an unexpected financial squeeze. Before we continue, pause for a second. Which of these changes already worries you the most or feels like it could affect your life soon? Drop just one word or sentence in the comments and let others know they're not alone. We put hours of research and care into making videos that truly help you stay prepared. So please support us by subscribing to the channel. It's just one click, but it helps us keep bringing you updates that really matter. Number 6. Pause on home care worker immigration. In 2026, a critical lifeline for many Canadian seniors has been put on hold. The federal government has paused applications for home care worker immigration programs. These programs have been a vital source of skilled caregivers, many of whom support aging Canadians with daily tasks such as cooking, bathing, and medication management. For seniors who live alone or require help to remain in their homes, this change could mean longer wait times, higher private care costs, or a sudden lack of qualified support workers just when they're needed most. The pause affects both the home support worker pilot and the home child care provider pilot, and while the government claims this is a temporary measure to process existing applications, it's created a ripple effect across the senior care sector. With immigration slowing and no new caregiver applicants being accepted for now, agencies and families are scrambling to fill gaps. The shortage is already being felt in cities and rural areas alike, where options for affordable, in-home elder care are limited. Seniors who rely on help for mobility, memory care, or chronic conditions could be at risk of being moved into facilities sooner than planned, simply because there aren't enough workers available. So what can seniors and families do in response? The key is to plan ahead immediately. If you expect to need care in the next 6 to 12 months, start looking into local community services, nonprofit programs, or provincial home care assistance now. Some may also consider pooling resources with other families to hire part-time private caregivers or explore co-housing solutions. While we hope the federal pilot programs reopen soon, the current pause is a wake-up call. The senior care system in Canada is vulnerable, and families need to take proactive steps to avoid being caught unprepared. Number 7. Boosted OAS and GIS benefits. In 2026, seniors receiving Old Age Security OAS and the Guaranteed Income Supplement, GIS, can expect a noticeable increase in their monthly payments, thanks to the government's continued effort to address the rising cost of living. These programs are specifically designed to help low and modest-income seniors cover basic expenses like housing, food, and utilities. With inflation still putting pressure on fixed incomes, the enhanced benefits are meant to offer some much-needed breathing room. But while this sounds like good news, and it is, there's more to it than just larger checks. One important detail is that not all seniors will automatically receive the maximum boost. The increase is income tested, which means your total income from all sources, like CPP, private pensions, and investments, can affect how much you actually receive. Some seniors may see only a small increase, or none at all, if their income crosses certain thresholds. Additionally, changes in your living situation, such as moving in with a partner or receiving financial help from family, can impact your eligibility. These adjustments may feel confusing, but they're crucial in understanding what you're entitled to and how to avoid losing benefits unexpectedly. To make sure you don't miss out, it's essential to keep your income and living situation up to date with Service Canada. That includes reporting changes promptly and checking your eligibility regularly, especially if your financial situation shifts. It's also a good time to sit down with a financial advisor or use online calculators to estimate how this year's OAS and GIS changes could affect your budget. For many seniors, these enhancements could mean the difference between scraping by and living with more comfort and stability. But only if you're informed, prepared, and proactive in managing your benefits. Number 8. Changes to income counting rules. A quiet but powerful shift is happening in how provincial governments count income for seniors applying to social assistance and benefit programs. In 2026, some provinces, like Ontario, have started excluding certain types of disability and support payments when calculating eligibility for senior benefits. That means money received from programs such as the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP, or other federal supports may no longer reduce your eligibility for things like housing assistance, prescription drug coverage, or utility subsidies. While this change hasn't grabbed headlines, it could lead to more seniors qualifying for crucial supports they were previously denied. The goal of these updated rules is to ensure seniors aren't penalized for receiving help, especially those living with chronic conditions or disabilities. Before, many seniors were turned away from provincial benefits because their combined income, on paper, looked too high. But in reality, much of that income was already earmarked for healthcare needs or specialized equipment. By removing some of these payments from the calculation, provinces are acknowledging the real financial pressures older adults face. It's a move toward fairness, and one that could significantly improve quality of life for thousands of low and modest income seniors. If you've ever been denied provincial help due to income limits, now is the time to reapply. Visit your provincial benefits portal or speak with a community legal clinic to see if you qualify under the new rules. Even if your income hasn't changed, the new formula might work in your favor. This is also a great reminder to review all your government benefits yearly, especially after any policy changes. What was once out of reach may now be accessible, and that could open the door to better health care, more stable housing, and a more comfortable retirement. Number 9. New rules for accessing federal benefits. In 2026, the federal government is introducing streamlined processes for accessing benefits, aimed at reducing wait times and improving service delivery. But there's a catch. While the changes are meant to simplify how seniors apply for and receive programs like OAS, GIS, and the Canada Dental Benefit, they also come with stricter requirements for documentation and eligibility verification. That means if your records are outdated or incomplete, you might experience delays, or worse, risk being cut off for critical support. The system overhaul includes more automation, digital verification tools, and data sharing between federal departments. For tech-savvy seniors, this could make things faster and more efficient. But for others, especially those without regular internet access or comfort using online platforms, this shift may feel overwhelming. The government is moving toward a less paperwork, more proof approach where eligibility is verified through linked databases rather than self-reported forms. While this can help reduce fraud, it also increases the risk of errors or mismatches in your records, triggering benefit delays. To stay protected, it's more important than ever to keep your personal information current. That includes your mailing address, marital status, direct deposit details, and tax filings. If you've recently moved, changed your name, or updated your bank account, double-check that everything is reflected accurately in your My Service Canada account. Seniors should also keep a physical and digital copy of key documents like government ID, birth certificates, and income statements readily available. This new system may be more efficient in the long run, but during the transition, even a small mistake could lead to major disruptions in your monthly income. Staying organized now will help ensure you don't get caught in the system's growing pains. Number 10. Changes in voting access for seniors. While not as widely publicized as healthcare or pension changes, one area that could significantly affect seniors in 2026 is how they vote. Across Canada, there is growing discussion about updating voting laws and accessibility standards, with potential changes around identification requirements, mail-in voting, and assisted voting services. Seniors, especially those in long-term care homes or with mobility challenges, could face new hurdles or options when trying to exercise their democratic rights. Some provinces are piloting programs to make voting easier for seniors, while others are tightening rules around voter ID and registration. These changes are largely being driven by concerns about election security, digital modernization, and improved turnout. However, if seniors aren't aware of the updates, they may find themselves turned away from the polls or confused about how to vote by mail. For instance, stricter ID requirements could mean a health card or old driver's license may no longer be enough. Meanwhile, enhanced mail-in voting procedures could require earlier registration or updated contact information, especially for those who've moved recently or live in care facilities. What was once a simple process could now require extra steps and advanced planning. The good news is that seniors can take control by staying informed and acting early. In the months leading up to federal, provincial, or municipal elections, keep an eye on official updates from Elections Canada or your local elections office. Make sure your voter registration is up to date and prepare any necessary ID well before voting day. If you're helping a senior in your family, check what voting assistance options are available in your area. Voting is a fundamental right, and in 2026, protecting that right starts with awareness and preparation. Don't let a small policy change silence your voice. As you've just seen, the laws shaping life for seniors in Canada are shifting rapidly, and not all of them are easy to spot. From stricter driving rules to hidden tax traps, and from boosted benefits to sudden service disruptions, 2026 is proving to be a year where being informed isn't optional, it's essential. These changes have the power to impact your health, independence, finances, and even your right to vote, making it more important than ever to stay a step ahead. But here's the good news. Knowing what's coming gives you the power to plan smarter, act sooner, and avoid the hidden pitfalls that others may miss. Whether you're a senior yourself, caring for aging parents, or just planning for the future, this knowledge is your shield. Laws may change, but your ability to adapt, prepare, and advocate for yourself is stronger than ever if you stay informed. Now that you're up to date, take a moment to reflect. Which of these 10 laws surprised you the most? Or maybe there's a law we missed that's already affecting your life. We want to hear from you. Drop your story or thoughts in the comments below, because your voice might help someone else who's facing the same challenges. If you found this video valuable, please support us. We put a lot of time and research into creating clear, helpful content just like this. So take a second, hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means everything to us. And don't forget to check out our previous video for even more insights that matter to you.